Hi, this is Stray Passer. Welcome to my review of Halloween Kills. This review is going to have spoilers in it because I wanted to talk about it and I don't want to give you a generic review without the spoilers in it because there's some things in there that I really want to talk about. So instead of doing two reviews, one without spoilers, one with spoilers, this review is just going to have spoilers in it, okay? Okay, now I was looking forward to seeing this. I liked the first Halloween that they came out because they changed the backstory of it, of Michael Myers not breaking out the hospital in the second part, not getting away. He actually got captured at the end of the first part, and he actually got sent to a mental hospital, and then he broke out all those years later with the help of the psychiatrist. And so he only really killed, I guess, in this trilogy, besides this movie, or before this movie, before he only killed like 3 or 4 people. But so I was looking forward to this one because the way Laurie Strode, who I like the way Jamie Lee Curtis played the character, like her daughter Judy Greer, who played Karen, her daughter, thought she was her mom was just obsessed with this and living that crazy life and stuff, and she was just you see that she was struggling with the way her mother was living her life, and she didn't accept it, and then of course we see that she was right, and then when Michael Myers does escape and she's laid a perfect trap for him, and so when he comes, she captures him, and you see how it ends with her and the daughter, trapping him in the burning house while it burns. Okay, so when the trailer came out, I said, okay, this is gonna be good. Okay, but I have to say I'm disappointed in this movie the way, and I'll tell you why. Specifically, one big reason why is because Laurie Strode, who got sent to the hospital, of course, because of her injuries, she's basically sidelined in this movie, which is to me was a big no-no in my opinion. You don't sideline, the surviving girl, as it were, her character. I think that was a big part of why I loved the first movie because Laurie Strode had a plan and she had and she was proactive. In this movie, she's basically stuck in the hospital the whole movie. Okay, and to me it's stupid to not have her and Michael have any kind of confrontation at all. Okay, it's just plain stupid to me. Okay, I mean that's. I say to me, it's plain stupid. Okay, and I thought that really disappointed me. That when I was watching the movie and as it was going along, I said, "Oh, she's not getting out of the hospital. She's never going to get out of the hospital." Because if you watch the movie and you'll see there's a part where basically there's another mental patient that escaped, and of course the people run to the hospital and they overwhelm the hospital, and they see the other escaped mental patient who's about 5'6" or something. He's way smaller than Michael Myers, but somehow they mistake him for Michael Myers, and they chase him all around the hospital. The crowd, they go vigilante, and they say, okay, let's get Michael. We're gonna not put up with his BS anymore. We're gonna track him down, and they're basically hunting him through the hospital. Okay, and Laurie Strode's daughter Karen, played by Judy Greer, she actually they're trying to tell them that this is not the guy. That's not Michael Myers. And the cops are overwhelmed and overrun, so they just basically there's a point where the black cop, he just sits down on the stairs that he's overwhelmed. He just says F it, and he just sits down, takes his hat off, big cowboy hat off, and just sits on the stairs and shakes his head while the people are running rampant in the hospital. Okay, and chasing this mental patient, and she Karen tries to help him, and she kind of locks him into this place so they can't get to him, but then of course the guy panics and he busts out a window and he leaps to his death and he kills himself. He basically commits suicide. And I have to say, the gore in this movie is 100% on point. I mean, there's some brutal kills in this movie. I mean, really brutal kills in this movie. It just, Michael Myers does some jobs. Trust me, he kills a lot. That's the only thing that I really kind of positively liked. He was absolutely brutal. He wasn't half doing anything. He was brutally killing people in this movie. And anyway, but what really, again, besides Laurie being sidelined for the movie, which is stupid, I did like the part where Tommy, they bring the character Tommy, who's played by Anthony Michael Hall, and they actually bring the actress Kylie Jenner, who played not Kylie Jenner, Kylie Richards, who played what's her character's name? Her character's name was she was in the actual movie, the original movie as a little kid. What was her character's name? Lindsay, and then Tommy. They got Anthony Michael Hall to play the grown-up Tommy. But they actually got Kylie Richards back, and basically after they find out that Michael Myers is still around, and they decide, you know what, we're not putting up this BS. We're gonna hunt him down. So I thought that was a good idea from seeing the trailer. But the way it got executed, it was just silly, and I guess this they ruined a good idea. Okay, I kind of like the idea of them, teaming up and saying, "Screw this, we're going to hunt him down." Okay, but of course, and it doesn't work out the way. And I actually found myself cheering for Michael Myers because these people turn out to be real assholes. Okay, they force another mental patient to kill himself by hunting him down all randomly wild, knowing this guy. Come on, Michael Myers is about, what is he, 6'5" or something, whatever he is, and this mental patient was like 5'6", and they confuse him. So I said, you know what, screw these people. And I said, let Michael Myers kill him. And there's a point to the movie, another dumb part, because I even wrote this on, because I saw Grace Randall's review of this movie, and there was a point where where the father of the daughter Allison, the granddaughter Allison, it's her ex-boyfriend and his father. They pull up to the Strode house, not to the Strode house, to the Michael Myers house, and they said, okay, he's in there. We think he's in there. And he tells his son and Allison, don't come in there. Okay, I'm gonna go in there. Look, don't come in there after me. Okay, so instead of him, if he thinks Michael Myers is, instead of setting the house on fire or calling for backup, he's gonna go in there by himself, of course, and of course he gets killed. Okay, come on, this is an unstoppable killing machine. But you gotta go in the house and basically sacrifice yourself for no reason. Okay, and then after that, after he doesn't come out after a while, the kids, the bright kids that they are, instead of going, maybe we should call the cops. My dad hasn't come out yet. Let's go in the house. I can protect you, Allison. And then of course they go in the house, and of course they get killed. They find out, the two gay people that live in the house got killed by Michael Myers earlier, and they find them. And then of course Michael's in the house, still in the house, and he starts. And even though they have guns, Michael Myers, of course, just beats the living crap out of them. And this is a part that I have to actually like, and some people may think I'm sadistic by liking this part. Allison is like down the stairs, right? And Michael Myers is beating the crap out of the boyfriend, and then he's basically shoved his head through like these staircase things, and he basically comes down these long steps, and the guy's head is like stuck through the thing, and as he comes down, he's like, it's almost like Michael Myers is taunting the girlfriend while he's walking down the stairs, Allison. He like takes his head and like drags this guy's head and just twists his neck real quick and continues to walk down to attack, Allison. And it was stupid. Of course, her mother wound up saving her. Mother came in the house and wound up, saving and snatching Michael Myers' mask off, and to get him to chase her. And he chases him outside. And then, of course, the vigilantes are waiting for Michael Myers. So I said, okay, well, this is good now. Now, and of course, they take turns, stabbing him and knocking him over the head. And I think even Judy, it's not Judy, Karen takes the knife and plunges it in him, and then okay, he collapses. So they think, of course, the supernatural creature is dead when of course he's not. Okay, and so she goes off to tend to her daughter and stuff. A lot of ambulances pull up, and I think even Tommy goes, go take care of your daughter. We got this. So he's down, so seemingly dead, of course. Instead of them, maybe cutting his head off or something, no, they just leave him there. And then of course he gets up, and they get close, and he pulls the knife out and starts going ham on them, on the people around him, which I thought was absolutely hilarious. He starts killing the people one at a time, which is. You think these people ran while he was killing one of the other people. No, they stick around while Michael Myers just starts slaughtering them in a circle, which I thought was so stupid. But I actually was cheering for him because these dumb people, after he's seemingly dead, instead of making sure that he's dead or cutting his head off or something or setting him on fire or something, they just let him just lay there, okay, and so give him enough time to recover. And he pulls out the knife and just goes ham on the people around him and just starts killing them in a circle. All these people that are standing there, these vigilantes, and they get slaughtered by Michael Myers, which is absolutely hilarious to me. And then the other part that made me extremely mad, stupid, because Karen goes to her daughter, tends to her daughter. She's cradling her daughter like in front of Michael Myers' house while the ambulance is coming, I think. And I'm trying to remember if she told her daughter to go with the ambulance, or she just said, okay, just wait right here, I'll be right back. And for some stupid reason, I don't know what the reason is, and I have to maybe watch it again to see what reason she gave. She decides to go up the stairs in Michael Myers' house and go to his room to look out the window, which I have no idea why she wanted to do that. Okay, it made no sense whatsoever, except that the plot wanted her to do that. So Michael Myers actually returns after slaughtering these dumb idiots, and of course catches her in the room and just slaughters, just stabs her to death. stabs about 15 million times. Okay, and then that's how the movie ends. Okay, so we know there's going to be a part 3, and I guess they did that because now they'll. If Laurie Strode didn't have enough motivation, now her daughter got killed by Michael Myers, so she's really, really gonna be coming after Michael Myers, as if she wouldn't be doing it anyway. But I just felt that kill was absolutely stupid and pointless because it made no sense for her to leave her daughter and walk up the steps to go in the house, back into the house, and look out there. What was the point? that made no sense to me, 0 sense to me. Okay. So overall, like I said, the only good thing about this movie was the kills. The kills were absolutely brutal. Michael Myers was not effing around. Okay, he was brutal. Okay, but this movie, again, sidelining Laurie Strode is stupid. Okay, and made no sense. I can see maybe the first half of the movie you could say, okay, she got to recover and maybe she gets stitched up or something, and then she escapes from the hospital or something to track Michael Myers down and stuff, and they can have a confrontation or whatever happens, and then of course he gets away or something. Okay, and then you can have part 3. But to have her sideline for the whole movie, Jamie Lee Curtis, to me was a disservice and a waste of Jamie Lee Curtis to have her sideline. I thought that was dumb and stupid, but that's what they did. Okay, and then again, these stupid town folk, okay, they actually come up with a plan to actually, first they kill the wrong guy, or force the wrong guy to kill himself, and then when they actually have Michael Myers, and they actually, they get some hits in and they shoot him and they stab him and all this stuff, and he's down. And instead of just, maybe killing him, or chopping his head off to make sure this guy ain't getting up, or maybe handcuffing him or something, no, they just let him stay there until he gets enough time to recover and pulls the knife out of himself and then starts going ham on these dumb people. Okay, this is dumb. And again, Laurie, the daughter Karen, dying, going up to the room. Michael Myers' room made no sense to me. I don't care how anybody's going to explain it, why she did it. Okay, it made no sense. Okay, to go up, for her to leave her daughter and go upstairs, go up in the house and go into Michael Myers' room. And then, of course, Michael Myers, after slaughtering those idiots, comes back into the house and, catches her in the room. So he said, hey, let me slaughter you, okay, since you pulled my mask off earlier. So let me just give you like 1,000 cuts, and stabs her to death. And then that's how it ends, which is... Oh my God, hopefully the third part is better than this. Don't sideline Laurie Strode. That was the dumbest mistake I think they ever made. Don't sideline Laurie Strode. That made no sense. Okay, I would have gave this movie a better shot if they didn't do that, but they did it, and that was stupid to me. Sideline, she's the she's the surviving girl, so to speak. So why are you going to sideline her? That made no sense to me. Anyway, basically Jamie Lee Curtis had an easy payday. Basically, he just sat in a hospital bed for the majority of the movie. Okay, I'm going to give... Halloween Kills, I'm going to give it a 6.5. I'll give it a 6.5. It really, and that's only because the kills are brutal. The kills are absolutely brutal. Michael Myers was no joke with these kills. But the people in this movie acted extremely dumb, which you kind of have to expect people to act dumb in a horror movie, or else there wouldn't be kills if they acted sensibly, I guess. But for them to do those stupid things, especially sidelining Laurie Strode, that was, to me, was dumb. Okay, that was really, really dumb. Okay, and then these stupid people making, there's mistakes and then there's asshole mistakes. Okay, the father going up in the house by himself and telling his kids not to go up in the house. Of course, he gets killed instantly by Michael Myers. And then the kids, let's go follow our dad let's go in the house anyway, since the father didn't come back. Instead of, maybe calling for help or going to get help. Okay, no, we're gonna go in the house too. Since we got guns, we'll just go in the house and we'll face down a ruthless killer, an indestructible killer, and take him out, which they didn't do. Okay, and the son got killed, and Michael Myers was going to kill the daughter, the granddaughter, but luckily her mother showed up to distract him. But dumb stuff. And then Karen walking up to his room for no reason. Okay, going up to his room made 0 sense in any universe. I don't care how anybody tried to spin it. That made 0 sense. And of course, she gets slaughtered by Michael Myers at the end. Okay, I guess that, again, this to give Laurie Strode some extra motivation. Not she wasn't motivated anyway already to kill him. She kept saying it in the first movie and in this movie that he's evil and we have to, put him down. And of course she's gonna want to do it when she finds out he killed her daughter. Okay, of course she's already motivated anyway to kill him anyway. But anyway, I digress. Again, 6.5 for me. And that's being generous, I think. Okay, that's mostly for the kills. And the gay couple that's in this movie, they're not stereotypical. Okay, they're actually played by 2 good actors. I know Michael McDonald, I think that's his name. He was on Mad TV, very funny actor. Okay, it was Big John and Little John. They were actually entertaining. Actually, those guys. They weren't a stereotypical gay couple and stuff. Okay, but and it's a shame that way they got slaughtered, but by Michael Myers. But you know, at least they weren't stereotypical. But again, this is not as good as the first one. I think this one was definitely a disappointment for me. Okay, and I guess hopefully Halloween Ends, when that comes out either next year or whenever it comes out, that will be better. Okay, Michael Myers finally ends. Okay, which will probably be Laurie Strode blowing them up or something, blowing them both up, I can see her maybe taking some dynamite, strapping some dynamite to herself, and then and then hugging Michael Myers and blowing herself up and Michael Myers at the same time, like that. I can see something crazy like that. That would be a great way to her to go out. Okay, and then her granddaughter's alive still. Now, I heard some people saying, "Oh, maybe the daughter's not. Maybe her daughter Karen is." Come on, Michael Myers stabbed her he stabbed her I think 18 times when she turned around in that room, and he stabbed her by 18 times, and she fell down. She wasn't moving. She ain't alive. Okay, she's dead as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, let me know what you think of Halloween Kills. If you've seen it, what do you think of it? Feel free to leave comments down below. I have links to my social media in the description box: Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Also have a link to my other channel, Bob Views and Opinions. Please check that out as well. Also have a link down below to my Patreon, and I want to say a special thank you to my patron. His name will appear in this video somewhere. I want to say thank you to him for supporting me. And again, my patron's only $5 a month. Tons of content, tons of TV show reaction. Follow link, okay? And it's only $5 a month. And again, give this video a thumbs up if you like the content. And this is Trey Pastor saying so long and take care.